I'm kind of nervous about this one today, quite honestly, because I wasn't going to post anything about this subject. But over the weekend, I was thinking more about it, and I was thinking of other people that are in the type of field I'm in, which is more of a creative field. I just feel like I need to speak up in defense of those who come up with ideas and work for people. No, I'm going to keep going. See, this is very personal to me because it brought up, a person contacted me, a friend who also happens to be a client, who is also in the creative field, who also has a business. And we got to chatting on a message about people stealing ideas. And, you know, I've done this for a long time. I don't get wrapped up in that. You just keep going, keep your nose to the grindstone, just keep working. But the more I thought about it over the weekend, I was thinking about, I have two sons that are also in the creative field too, and we've had this conversation before. And we've talked about when this has happened to us before. One of them was, one of my sons was doing certain artwork for t-shirts for some friends, and someone picked that up at a college and started selling them. And he was not credited for the work. That kind of stuff drives me batty, because I thought about when I was in college, someone came to me, my mother's age, and had me do some artwork for a cookie package that I didn't think a thing of it. I was wet behind the ears. I did these cookies, these drawings, these pencil drawings. And sure enough, I don't know how long it was later, a few months later, it was maybe longer than that, maybe a year later, I was in this kind of upscale grocery store called Byerly's, and I saw my work on a striped package of these cookies. I couldn't believe it. My name nowhere. I'm like, what? I was so clueless that someone could do that. And then years later, I'll give you another example. Someone contacted me and said, I'd like to pick your brain about your business and what you do. My business had already been highlighted in the St. Pete Times home section. That is where it completely took off, you guys. Thank you, Judy Stark. Shout out to you. I give credit where credit is due. And Judy, you seriously made my business go zing. Thank you. But a person wanted to pick my brain about my business, took me out for lunch, and about a month later, her ad was in my local newspaper, and it looked exactly like mine. Like, my mother was still alive at this time, and I took my ad, and I took the person's ad, and I said, yeah, she was also doing paint color consultations. It was comical. My mother was always great advice. Keep your nose to the grindstone and just keep going. Don't worry about it. And I didn't, and it fell off. So it all worked out. But this weekend, as I'm thinking, I want to say something, because I feel bad for the people that spend a lot of this time, not just working. I mean, some of us have small businesses. We're working ourselves on everything. Plus, we're coming up with ideas. Plus, we're coming up with creative ideas. And then somebody just goes, oh, I like that. I like what she's doing. I'll just do that. And that's what this friend/client was contacting me about. To say, did you see something that was that similar to your work? I said, I haven't. Not worried about it. The problem is, you guys, when people do that, people find out. And it makes you look bad. So I want to say something in the positive to say, you could be super talented, but create your own work. Keep your eyes on your own paper. It's that thing where it's like, oh, that looks good. I'll do that. Here's the thing. I so look at so many different people and I go, oh my gosh, that's fantastic, that's fantastic, that's fantastic. And I just read something this morning, which I'll read at the end, that I thought was key to this subject. key. It made so much sense. But I'm going to tell you that there's a vlogger out there, Casey Neistat. Some of you might have heard of him. My young guys, 20-somethings, but like him a lot. And I've looked at his stuff too. It's fantastic. He is great. But there's one particular one he wrote about this exact same subject. He vlogged about this exact same subject. And I asked one of the boys last night, I texted him, I said, what's the name of that? They said, it's short skirts and copycats. And it's just it's probably a 10-minute blog, but in the first 5 minutes, he addresses this on the streets of New York City and said, this is why it hurts. Because people, it's never really going to hurt you because people don't have the same heart and soul that you have. That's the thing. I so love my followers and all the feedback. You guys have been awesome. And I feel like what this has created is a place where men and women can sit and banter and kind of encourage each other, show pictures of their homes and say, hey, I'm doing it this way. And someone else will say, hey, that looks great. I just haven't gotten a lot of negativity because you guys don't seem to be those negative people. And that has been so inspiring for me and enlightening to keep going because we all want to love where we live. We all want to love where we live. I hope so anyway. I hope you want it to be that place to be, to hang out, whether it's with your family or by yourself, and just love it. Casey said, if other people are copying you, you're probably doing something right. If you're copying a lot of people, you're doing something wrong. Great point. So I'll leave with this to say, because I could give you 3 more examples right now, and I'm not going to. I don't want it to get this long. Like the time somebody posted a bunch of pictures because they had moved some furniture around, but I had done the paint, the kitchen, the lighting, whatever. Never a mention. But, kind of funny on that one, it came back because one of the people said, what's the name of the paint color? And the person did not know. Just saying. See, that seemed kind of evil right there. That's not. It was hard though. So I'm going to read this because I stumbled upon this and like, that makes sense. That makes total sense. And I know you're not all art people. I know you're like, Pam, I just want to be on your wall just to find out your tips. And I am so glad for that. And inspiring someone is not what I'm talking about here. Take those tips and run with them, friends. Take the stuff I'm talking about, that's awesome. Free of charge, I'm giving that to you. But those of us that are doing business, we're working hard during the week. I have a business. I'm not a professional vlogger. I'm not a professional blogger. I just do a video because it's faster than typing. It's easier to say it, for me, anyway. So I'm going to read you this. Steal like an artist. This is a quote from... I'm even going to post it. I'll post it later because there's a picture of it. It just shows it, which is to me easier to see something visual. But anyway, this guy says, nothing is original. Steal from anywhere that resonates with inspiration or fuels your imagination. Fuels your imagination. That's key. Your imagination so you can create your own work, so you can stay on your own piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? All right. Nothing is original. Steal from anywhere that resonates with inspiration or fuels your imagination. Devour old films, new films, music, books, paintings, photographs, poems, dreams, random conversations, architecture, bridges, street signs, trees, clouds, bodies of water, light, and shadows. Select only things to steal from that speak directly to your soul. If you do this, your work and theft will be authentic. Authenticity is invaluable. Originality is non-existent. And the picture is, I'm going to show you, like I said, I'll post this today, but it talks about bad theft versus good theft. And I thought it was really interesting when I really understood the steal from many versus stealing from one. There's such a difference there. Credit people versus plagiarizing, just ripping it off and just, I'll do that. Don't even let them know. It's kind of like showing up at a party and you're wearing this great outfit, and the next time you see a friend that was also at the party and they're wearing the exact same outfit, and you're like, oh. It just seems weird to me. It just seems weird. If I like somebody's shoes, I go, I love those shoes. Where did you get? Can I go buy them? I'm letting you know I like your stuff. But there's that little hidden thing with, like, you know, somebody just like, you know, oh, you know, there I am, oh, and look, See what I'm saying? So I say this all in just to defend those people who are working hard to give out ideas and in that field. And just to say to other people, hey, if you're talented, that's cool. Just do your own work. Do your own work. Do a different title. Do a different whatever. Have fun with it. But just keep your eyes on your own page. That's all. I hope this wasn't too strong. I really want to be encouraging because not only do I like where I live, but I really like you people. And I just want it to be cool. So thank you. Happy Monday. No, this is long. I just really felt like it needed to be said.